Right. I am so disappointed that I did not get to know you until my senior year. You are so funny and you tease me like a family member would. Thank you so much for being my college counselor and at times family counselor. I wouldn't have been nearly successful if it hadn't been for you. I'd like to thank someone, but he's not here. Mr. Myler. Unfortunately, the devil went down to Georgia. Mr. Myler I really miss having him on campus. My ESA experience would not have been complete without him. He would give me work details, and I would argue with him in his office. And that was the extent of our relationship. I was Jerry, and he was Newman. He was kind of my campus nemesis. Now I'd like to thank the Tates first, collectively. Never before had a teacher before I met the two of you, take a personal interest in me, and that I felt cared like my well-being, and cared enough to compliment what I was wearing. Dr. Tate, you really are one of the most observant people I have ever met. Last quarter on my comment, you put, sometimes Scarlett comes into class, and it's like, thanks, but no thanks. You really put me to a T on that one, I must say. From physics, you knew that science just wasn't my thing. I also found out this year that you're somewhat of a whiz at English, and so the combination of English and science, sir, makes you the devil. You are so well educated, and you have always made me want to be a better student in areas other than where my interests lie. Mrs. Tate, I saved you for the faculty members last. I'm going to miss you so much next year when I can't find you on campus. I don't get to see and talk to you nearly as much as I'd like to, but I wanted you to know that just having you on campus, always available for a kind or friendly word, meant a lot to me, and I plan to keep in touch with you over the years. Now for students, is Blythe Bull here? Here? Awesome. Okay, fellow pal. Blythe is really cool. This year she helped me and a few other seniors with a pre-calculus math question, which is really impressive. I just wanted to say last time to you, Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, munch crunch, just for you. Brody, I had Brody my freshman year at driver's ed at Pelican, and I didn't know anyone, and I was so glad that there was another ESA student and that it could have been Brody. Unfortunately, that turned out to be a double-edged sword because I was not the best driver starting out. The teacher didn't like me to say the least, and Brody liked to tell this story about how there was this black Labrador on the road and that I had almost hit it. I just wanted to say now that I had no intention of hitting the dog. The part about the teacher chain smoking, however, was true. Taylor, fellow old person in love with antiques and French jazz. I think the most fun part about being your friend this year is not knowing what's going to come out of your mouth. I will never forget, it was one of those days, and I looked at you, and I made like one of these motions, and you said, oh no, I think it's faster this way. That was such a Taylor comment. I love you so much for that. I don't know if she's in here, but I have to thank Miss Cindy. I see you on a day-to-day basis, signing in late, always late, more than my own family members. So I just wanted to thank you now. Last, I'd like to thank my class. Thank you for letting me be a part of your group. For the longest time, I had adapted the philosophy, expect the worst from people and be surprised when they prove you contrary. However, I found that those moments when people pleasantly surprise you stand out more than any of the bad things people ever do to you. I wanted to take the time to thank anyone of my classmates that came to my mother's funeral. People that I wasn't necessarily the closest friends with had come, and that really meant a lot to me. So I hope you don't mind if I'm calling you out right now, but Brody, Mallory, Carly, Jacob, Alex, Paige, Janelle, Taylor, Alec, Kelly, Ashley, Sion, Stanton, and Bree, thank you so much. It meant so much to me. And I also wanted to thank Forrest, who when I had gotten home, had sent me a huge bouquet of flowers, and I had gotten 3 really nice letters from Ellie, Lee, and Annie. I know that there's always going to be people that would sure enough throw you into the bonfire, but I know there's people in my class that wouldn't, and I'd like to take the time now to applaud them because they really make our class solid. So thank you, class. Thank you, teachers.